Hey there friends, Josh Lappin back here again with another fitness product review for you today. So today we're going to be reviewing and talking about the Gold's Gym foam roller. This device is literally a tube of foam, and what we use the foam roller for is basically rolling out your muscles, which is kind of the equivalent of a massage for your muscles. This thing is, like I said, it's made of solid foam. It's approximately 30 inches long and about 6 inches in width here. And it goes for about 30 bucks on Amazon. I think you can also get it at Walmart and other different places as well. And I highly suggest this for those of you who are serious about fitness and recovery and just overall well-being. Like I said, this thing is great for rolling out muscles, especially sore, stiff muscles after a workout or just after a hard day in general. So it's great for workout recovery, and it's great for just generally loosening the muscles up. Most of the time I use this primarily on my legs, but you can also use it on your back as well, and maybe a couple of other different exercises. Here in just a second I'll show you exactly how I use it. Like I said, for the most part I'm using it for my legs and back. I also recommend that you only use it on muscles, bigger muscles, like the legs, of course. And make sure you don't roll on any bones or anything like that, because that would be quite uncomfortable. You're going to be using your body weight as pressure on the muscle, so you're going to be careful, making sure you're using it on thick muscle tissue that's going to be okay with that pressure. Alright, so let me just show you real quick a few exercises that I like to do with the foam roller. Okay, so to get started with the foam rolling exercises, you're going to want to get to a very flat, smooth surface. I would definitely recommend possibly on a rug or a carpet. It's great, but you can also do it on the gym floor. But you just need to be a little more careful because it's a little bit harder and stuff. So like I said, you want to be on a flat, smooth surface, and I'm going to go ahead and show you the 4 primary exercises that I use foam rolling for. Now, I'm sure there are other ways to roll, and I think there's actually some workouts you can do with the foam roller involved, but I'm just here to show you what I do. So, alright, so the first exercise I'm going to do is a foam roll with my quads. So it's going to be emphasizing quads. There's going to be 2 different variations. There's going to be, the first variation I'm just going to do the front of the quads, and then the second variation I'm going to do is going to involve more of the groin muscles, kind of in the middle between the thighs there. Alright, so I'm going to show you one. You're just going to want to position yourself over the foam roller, and I usually start about where my hips are, groin, and you just kind of get into a planking motion, and you just gently roll back and forth. So I go from about the groin area up to the knees. And just move it gently back and forth. And you can determine how many reps you want to do. Depending on how sore I am, I usually do between 5 and 10 reps. Although you're welcome to do more. Okay, pretty easy. The next one's a little more complicated because we're going to hit the groin just kind of in between the leg there. So I'm going to actually shift the foam roller to the side. This case to the right, because I'm going to do the right leg. And this time we're going to actually position your body at a slight angle. because we're going to want to be hitting in between the legs, so it's a little bit different. Right? This requires a little bit more dexterity. You may not be able to see on this side, but I'll switch it here. But basically, you're putting your leg over the foam roller at like a 45-degree angle. And you're going to do the same thing. You're just going to roll back and forth. Requires a little bit more upper body strength to hold yourself. But we're getting in between the leg, set right around this area right here. And you just do 5 or 10 reps, 10 or 15, whatever you want to do. Switch sides. Go again. Probably see a little bit better on this angle. Okay. All right, exercise number 3. We're just going to sit down, throw our legs over the foam roller, and you're going to have to support yourself with your triceps here. You're just going to raise your butt off of your surface. You're just going to roll those hamstrings back and forth. Again, whatever reps you like to do. I do 5 to 10 per set, per round. But if you want to go more, it's perfectly fine. All right, pretty simple and basic. And then the final exercise I like to do is actually on my back. So I'm going to start with the foam roller behind me. And different ways to do this. I'll kind of show you how to do it. I like to start with it a lot of times under my hips on my lower back here. And sometimes I'll even just sit here for a minute here, just let my back get used to it, because it kind of stretches it out a bit. And then what I'm going to do is just slowly, and make sure your hands are supported because you're putting a lot of pressure on your back here. Just start rolling. I can really feel that in my lower back because it's a little bit sore right now. Just start rolling up. And you can even, I'll go all the way up here, so I need to reposition here. Make sure you're supporting, like I say, with your hands. And as you go up higher towards the mid-back, keep your neck and your head kind of on the floor so that you're curving your back and not keeping it too much pressure. And you can roll all the way up to basically about your neck. And when we get to this point, I actually like to roll back and forth, hitting my upper back and even the shoulders and the traps a little bit. It really helps. You got a sore back, which I do right now. Alright, so those are just a couple of basic exercises that I do with the foam roller. Just 4, one on the top of the quad, one in between the legs, hamstrings, and then the back. Like I said, there are other exercises you can do with this, other variations of rolling. Those are just what I use it for. Overall, I give this a great review. Like I said, it's really just a solid piece of foam. It costs about $30, but I think it's well worth the investment. It feels great on a sore muscle. Really helps the muscle to speed up and recover, getting rid of some of that lactic acid, some of the soreness, some of that tension. Like I said, it's great between workouts. It's also great for just a hard day of whatever you're doing, even if you're just in the office sitting around all day. Great for loosening up the muscles and just getting some blood flowing into them. So definitely recommend this. A great tool, especially if you're on a budget. It says it's only about $30. Great way to help your recovery. Obviously the best way would be to get massages every day, but
we can't do that because of time restraints and budget restraints. So the Gold's Gym 30-inch foam roller, definitely recommend it. Check it out. Definitely should look into getting one for yourself. Again, this is Josh Lappin with another fitness review, and I hope to talk to you again sometime very soon.